So why does a homeowner even need a real estate agent? Do you really need a real estate agent to sell your house? That's going to be our topic for today's morning meeting. Welcome to today's morning meeting. I'm Greg Luther, the one guy that meets with you every day to help you in growing your real estate business. And man, do we have a cool topic today. We're going to talk about why they should choose you, how you build value so that they do see a need in what you offer. And most importantly, they choose an agent and they choose you as their best agent. You know, one of the things that comes up a lot with the agents that I coach is for sale by owners. They think they can do it on their own. Investors, they hate realtors to begin with and would rather cut you out of the deal. Homeowners that don't see value in what you're doing. They want you to do it at a discount. They want you to do it at 3, 4, 5%, that type of thing. What I want to talk about today and really get you thinking, let's call it a brain bender. Why should they use you? Now, things you're not allowed to say are what every realtor says. So things like, I really care about your business. Customer service is important to me. I grew up here. I know the area like the back of my hand. I've been licensed 483 years. I got paid on the Louisiana Purchase. You know, all of those factors that you think, how long you've been in the business, the tenure that you have, the customer service you have, all of those factors, that's what everybody says. The real question, why should they utilize you? So let me ask you, what do you think a realtor's main purpose is? This might be a good exercise for you to really think about. What is a realtor's main purpose? It's not to fill out the contract. It's not to avoid problems. It's not to keep them out of a lawsuit. It's not any of those factors that a lot of agents think is their job. Like, first of all, you can't practice law. You can't pretend that you can protect them from law. We're using purchase contracts that are from our bar association. We are literally filling in the blanks, and then we can add some addendums to them. Why should they use a realtor? Let me explain something to you. Realtor, real estate agent, let's call it. I can't use the trademark term, right? Real estate agent is really a marketer. It's somebody that specializes in exposing that property to the most opportune buyer, if representing the seller, exposing that property to the most opportune buyer and getting that marketing out there, not what your company does, not that it's syndicated on 200 different websites, none of that stuff that everybody else does, but how do you actually do a target marketing approach to get that home in front of the most opportune buyers, give them a sense of urgency so they do reply, ultimately be able to sell that home at a premium or for as much as possible. That is our fiduciary responsibility. Every realtor wants to do the best job they can do. And frankly, if a lot of realtors are honest and you actually audited them, if you look at all of the real estate agents in the United States, the vast majority of them probably spend less than $1,000 of their own money marketing each of their properties. Now, if you're doing better than that, congrats. You're doing everything that you can. You're trying to help that homeowner, that type of thing. But today's topic is to try and make you the best real estate agent you can be, to try and step up what you offer to the general public, and more importantly, be able to build value around what you do. See, a lot of for sale by owners, how many of you met with or talked to, and they say, well, I don't really need a realtor. I have an attorney that'll fill out the paperwork for me. You got a buyer that'll sign it? What are you talking about? Filling out the paper? That's what you think realtors do, right? Well, I don't really need that. I'm setting up my own showings and I just put it on Zillow and I hit. Do you even know what a real estate agent does? You have to be able to present yourself as a target marketing specialist that can increase the exposure of the property. Everybody knows mathematical science here. The best way to increase the value of something is to increase the demand, right? Price is a function of supply and demand. The more demand you can create something, the more it's going to sell for. That homeowner, the for sale by owner, is getting more real estate agent calls than they're getting buyer calls. That's a direct reflect of their marketing. Don't be mad at the agents. You're advertising to agents, right? So they're getting more calls from agents than they're getting from buyers. If you can demonstrate that you can get that property targeted to the most opportune buyer, you win. So one of the goals for you is to restructure, even in your own mind, what you believe a real estate agent's job is. It's not to fill out this paperwork and to order the pictures and to make sure the appraisal goes okay and to get that person in the home and check with the title company and coordinate things. You're not a transaction coordinator. That's been replaced for $300. What you are is a target marketing specialist, and you have to get good at presenting that with me advertising so much on Facebook, I'll have non-real estate agents, homeowners, home buyers, investors. I'll have them commenting all the time. And I really learn a lot about public perception. Now, I say that because I'm spending literally 6 figures monthly on advertising to go to millions of people around the country. So I get a massive amount of comments, direct messages, that type of thing. So I can kind of see general public opinion. And I shouldn't say this is the masses, but the loud ones, which generally, there's in the political world, there's a silent majority, which means the majority that thinks a certain way is actually silent, right? You have a very loud minority. Well, the same is true here. An investor, as an example. I work with a lot of investors. I've done it over the years. I've been an investor myself. I think greatly of them, but there's an awful lot of them that hate realtors, right? So we had one comment the other day, and I had a little thread conversation. You'll see it on my Facebook page if you go check out Greg Luther Coaching. We're a lot bigger on Facebook than we are on YouTube. And I had this investor that was commenting about how horrible real estate agents are, right? Well, let me explain something to you. The greedy real estate agent wanted both sides of the transaction and all the things that he's saying here. Let me explain something to you. A real estate agent, and particularly a realtor, is, in my opinion, one of the most honest, ethical, policed by and governed by our associations. I think that real estate agents always try to represent their client's best interest, do the best job that they can. And here's the problem for the investor. You don't want a realtor to make a profit by representing their client and trying to sell that home for as much as they can, or stand in the way of you stealing that property. See, here's the difference. A real estate agent customarily gets a commission. Commission salespeople, which means the more we sell it for, the more we make. You are an investor. The only way you win is if you screw everybody else involved, for you to cut out the middlemen, cut out the realtors, let that seller down as low as you can so you can make your profit. The difference between you and I is I'm a honorable commission salesperson. I get paid more if I help my client. You get paid more if you screw everybody involved. Now, again, that's not all investors by any means. That's the unethical guys, the loud minority that I'm talking about, that leaves their comments and they're stupid, that greedy realtor that wanted, no, you thought it was greedy because you wanted to cut them out and they didn't agree. See, a real estate agent and being involved actually represents their client, negotiates for their client, doesn't let you take advantage of them. But again, you have to know what your position is as licensed real estate agent in your area. What do you do? Who are you representing? How can you do a better job for them? And when it comes down to truly doing all of the honest and ethical and moral things that we all do, I think we should be held at a higher level, as we are. But a lot of the public thinks that, well, all you're doing is filling out the forms and taking a whole bunch of money. You made more money at the closing than I did. You took all my equity. All of those things that they mistakenly believe. I think it's our job to educate them on what we can truly do. We can actually expose that property to the most opportune prospect. Okay. So let me give you an example. If you have, every property is unique. I think we can all agree with that. Every transaction is unique. So if we have a candy, I don't even know cars, but if I have a candy apple red 69 Mustang, okay, sounds really nice. Somebody really wants that. A candy apple red 69 Mustang. Should I just take it to the car dealership that charges the least fee, that'll sell it to me that'll buy it from me for the most amount of money? Should I put it to them on consignment and just, well, they sell the most number of cars, so I'm going to put it there? No, I shouldn't have it public. I shouldn't even put it online. I should have a target marketing approach where I go to a marketing list broker and I find all of the people that are interested in old Mustangs, classic cars, muscle cars, original cars that have a high net worth, that are always looking to purchase, that are car collectors, that own a house with 12 or more car garage. Like there's only a few of them. There's not a lot in each individual state. That's who I need to target, and I will sell that thing for likely double what the damn thing is worth. You ever seen something at auction go for ridiculous numbers? It's because they were able to attract the right type of people to bid on this and go way crazier than it's actually worth. When was the last time you went to an auction and were like, wow, that's really cheap? No, No, everybody's fighting over it. Supply and demand. If we can create more demand for it, it's going to sell for more money. So in the real estate world, if we can demonstrate that every property is unique, I can get it in front of the most opportune people. I'm not just putting it on the MLS and putting it on Zillow, and that syndicates to 200 websites. And my company has a Sunday morning TV show and will be in this magazine and all of the stuff that everybody says. No, I can go to off-market people because, I'll tell you guys at one of our upcoming morning meetings here, we'll be talking about a little survey we just did. You'd be surprised how many people are actively looking to buy, but they're not real active. If they find the perfect house, they'd make a move, but they haven't looked at a place in a month and a half. They're not in a big hurry. They truly can stay for another 2 years. But if the perfect home came along today, they would look. They haven't been on Zillow. They haven't filled out forms. They haven't became a lead anywhere. They haven't went to an open house. But if the perfect home comes along because they know exactly what they want, they would buy today. That's who our prospect is. And that's what a licensed real estate agent can do a great job of representing their client's best interest. But you got to know what an agent does to begin with. Well, the other guy will do it at 5%. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What do you mean by it? Let's talk about that word for a minute. The other agent will do it for 5%. Do what for 5%? The other agent will do what at 4.5%? He won't do this. They won't do this at 4. They won't do this at 12. They won't do this. What I want to build value on is what I can do that no other agent can do, including their brother who's a realtor, including the last agent that sold them a home. I want to build value that I can truly help them. Not that I'm better, that I'm superior, that I'm number one, none of that stuff, that I can actually represent their best interest. That is how you win the business, how you earn the business, how you truly create a much different mindset on what a real estate agent is in today's marketplace. So when you compare those two and you look at, a lot of people, oh, I hate commission salespeople. Well, let me compare it to investors, as I just did. See, if I represent you and I'm on commission, I want to sell this thing for $1 million more than it's worth. You know why? Because I'm a greedy agent, because I want to make a whole bunch of money. That's why. So I want to get you an extra $1 million because all I get is a percentage of whatever I get you. So greedy old real estate agent is trying to get as much money as they can because that's all they care about. Well, I get a percentage of what you get. You want to talk about the investor? You want to talk about the guy that's trying to cut everybody else out of the deal and negotiate you down and then do an inspection and then beat up all of that and get that number down as low as they can so they can make a profit? No, let's go with ethical real estate agents. If we're selling to an investor, that's fine. There's a lot of ethical investors. Again, in both cases, we're talking about silent majority compared to that really loud minority that always runs their freaking mouth and won't shut up and thinks they're making a difference. So part of the job for you as a real estate agent, particularly if you're involved in our inner circle coaching, I want you to feel that you are building tremendous value for them, that you are the best agent for their needs, that you can truly do a great job for them compared to anybody else they would interview. And if you understand, the job called real estate agent is really a marketer, right? We've got all the other things we do, but I know that my primary goal is to represent my client's best interest, to sell their home under their terms as best as possible. Now, we could have a whole session about what we do for buyers too. But this is really what it's all about, and helping them and building value and showing that we are worth more. And that's why when you see, if you've been on our coaching calls, our group coaching calls, you'll see people in the comments, I just listed one at 7%. It's the first time I've ever done it. I just listed one at 7.5%. It's the first time I've ever done it. I just listed one at 6.8%. I've never listed anything for over 6 before. The reason you're seeing that is because in the face of cheap, they choose good. Do you want good, better, or best? They have the option of going with other real Remax, Keller Williams, Century 21, EXP. It doesn't matter who it is. Anybody. Go with their brother who's a realtor that will do it for cheap, or go with you at a premium. You're worth what you're asking. They will pay you what you're worth because you know how to build value around what you're offering. If you go into the members website, you'll see in there bulletproof listing presentation. You'll see a lot of that training on how you give a listing presentation, how you show that you're better. But here's the thing, with all of the videos that you do, with any of the marketing that you're putting out, you want to show how you can truly do a good job for them. I truly believe that we are the most governed, honest, ethical, people that are out there, any licensed real estate agent / realtor, I'm using the term interchangeably. I couldn't, because not all real estate agents are realtors, all of that good stuff. But I'm talking great about all, because the silent majority truly does a good job, a lot better job than my lighting is doing in today's video as I go back and forth. I've got some weird natural light coming in today. So I get jaundice, and then I get white again, and then I get jaundice, and then I look like mayonnaise again. So it's important for you to get really, really good at how you're presenting yourself to the public, even before you meet them face to face. I teach this on a consistent basis. The morning meetings that we have a morning meeting like this every single day to get your mind working, to get your brain working in the right direction, to get your actions creating revenue for you. Make sure you are following this YouTube channel and you've turned on the notifications. You just ring the bell. That'll let you know every single day when I post a new video for you. Another thing, you know what I don't mention a lot? You need to make sure you're following the daggone Facebook page, because the Facebook page is far, we got over 70,000 real estate agents that are following there, over 300,000, a huge percentage of the realtors in America that are watching that stuff. We've got about 70,000 that follow and over 300,000 pixeled, where we're giving them consistent content. You need to follow Greg Luther Coaching on all of the platforms so you can get all the education you need. And if you are not an Inner Circle coaching member, I got to shake you up a little bit. What are you doing, man? Let's build your business. Click the video description down here. That'll expand all of this out. You're going to see some links on how you can grow your business today. I think you can do a lot better than what you're doing now. I think you can present yourself in a much, much better light. Most importantly, find those buyers and sellers that are looking to make a move, and then do a great job when you get in front of them. If you find this helpful, do me a favor, share this with another real estate agent. Grab the link up here or click the share button. Share this with another real estate agent that needs to improve what they're doing, that wants to do a better job, sell more houses, and really have that great reputation within your local marketplace. I think this is going to help you a lot. Get good at what you offer, show that there's a difference in what you do compared to what others do. And I think you'll find that you'll reap the rewards, as will your clients. I'm Greg Luther. We'll talk to you soon. Check out the video description below, and bye-bye for now.